First Alert Digital Desk weather updates are sponsored by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Good Friday morning, everybody. Thank you for coming in onto this live stream here. We are going to be talking a little bit more about the upcoming snow for this weekend, and we do have a little bit more time to break down just a few more things regarding this forecast as we go towards Saturday and Sunday. We have declared a first alert weather day for tomorrow first for Saturday. It is possible on Sunday too for first alert weather day, but this could end up being more of a multi-day event here. So we're tracking essentially two systems that pass through, and they can actually even sort of blend together on Sunday. So that's where more of the snow chance for Sunday comes from here. So we would have a couple of breaks in the snow at times, but overall, again, likely looking to have a multi-day event here. Now, just for tonight and tomorrow alone, we are expecting some spots in mid-Michigan to reach as much as 6 inches of snow. So this is certainly going to be at least another accumulating snowfall, where I will say going into this weekend, you'll definitely want to still keep some gas in the snowblower and have that ready to go. So here's our setup here as we go towards the weekend. And actually, even right now, there is this larger area of low pressure off towards our southwest. This is going to be heading right up here into mid-Michigan. There's another weak area of low pressure that's already sort of hanging out towards our north. It isn't too well defined there right now, but essentially what we're expecting to happen here once we get into Sunday is that low from the southwest gets closer to us, and it actually almost just sort of sucks in this other low here. So they combine to make one larger area of low pressure, which expands the coverage of snowfall too. So that's where that snow chance for Sunday comes from. And sometimes models don't exactly show this very well, or they don't exactly handle the situation very well here. But we actually have had some surprising consistency well consistency from our models regarding that Sunday time frame. So we'll go into tonight here first, and I'll say through this Valentine's Day here, we're dry during the day. These snow showers are expected to start up at about 2 o'clock tonight. So this is at 2 a.m. You notice them just starting to knock on the door of mid-Michigan. And as they move through from around 2 to 6 o'clock, we are expecting the coverage of snow to be a little bit more broken because, like on Wednesday, there will be some dry air initially in place that the snowfall has to work through. So I think it could take a little bit of time for some of these snow showers to get going overnight tonight. But still, as we wake up tomorrow morning, many of us will have some snow falling to already start off the day. This is by about 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. So notice the coverage of snowfall much more widespread as of this point. This is as we just start to saturate the atmosphere even more, and that snow is able to expand a little bit more across our area. Now, as we go into the afternoon tomorrow, we'll still have some snow holding on, but we start to get sort of between those two areas of low pressure. So a little bit of residual dry air to the north could try to sink its way down into mid-Michigan. So notice the coverage of snow does sort of slow down a bit as we go into Saturday evening, almost a little bit of a lull here. I think it is possible, and if that is the case, again, that's sort of getting into that transition from one system to the next. And if everything still holds together well, like we are seeing in most of our models, then that would mean that throughout the course of Saturday night, yet another round of snow will be picking up for us, and then that holds on into the daytime on Sunday. Now, granted, the coverage of snowfall could be just a little bit more scattered on Sunday, but still notice that most of mid-Michigan at some point or another is seeing some snow falling during the second half of the weekend, and then this system wouldn't be able to wind down until we get into the later hours of Sunday evening. This right here is actually midnight on Sunday night. You start to see that system coming to an end. So we are going to break up these snow totals a little bit, at least right now. So the snow totals here, this is from midnight tonight until 7 o'clock in the evening tomorrow. We have 3 to 6 inches coming in for most of the thumb here. Bay region up north, central Michigan. Actually, this line that separates these two ranges runs roughly from Chesaning to Birch Run and then over towards Sandusky. So anywhere south of that, Owasso, Flint, Lapeer, I would expect totals a little bit closer to 2 to 4 inches. And the main reason for this is just those snowfall ratios a little bit on the lower end towards the south. So say more of a 9 to 1 or a 10 to 1 snowfall. Up north, where we have the 3 to 6, some of those ratios would be, say, 12 to even up to 15 to 1. So the higher that number, the fluffier and lighter the snowfall is, and that can lead to higher totals out of the same system. So that's what we're tracking here for tonight into Saturday. Again, the cutoff for these totals is by 7 o'clock on Saturday evening, and then we do have some probabilities that we are tracking for Saturday night into Sunday, because we, quite frankly, have seen numbers a bit all over the place for our snowfall totals just for Sunday by itself. We've actually seen some models show as little as only 3 or 4 inches, some models even showing above 10 inches falling just on Sunday by itself. So again, here's those probabilities that we're tracking. At least 4 inches of snow. This light blue and orange is indicating a 70 to 80% chance, even up to 90% chance of seeing more than 4 inches of snow on Sunday. So that is a very good chance that we do see that. In fact, the probability for 6 inches or more of snow is still over 50% for basically the same decent area of mid-Michigan here. So I do think it is very possible we could see roughly about another 4 to 6 inch snowfall on Sunday, if not even a little bit more than that. But you take the totals from tomorrow and then you take the totals from Sunday, add that up for this weekend. I would not be surprised if by Sunday night we start to see some areas here approaching 10 inches, possibly even 12 inches, so a foot of fresh snowfall, basically from what we kick off with tonight all the way to Sunday evening. So that'd be a decent amount of fresh snow through the weekend. Of course, if you do pick up totals like that, it's not all going to come at once here. That's spread out over 2 full days. But still, I think this is going to be one of these weekends where you will still need to get out there and possibly shovel or snow blow a couple of times. Looks like Saturday evening might be the best time to take care of the first round of snow. But again here, this does definitely look to be a decently snowy weekend across our area. Now, I will say for any of our winter sport enthusiasts, so skiers, snowboarders, snowmobilers, this is looking to be a great weekend for you, especially after the snow that we just picked up earlier this week. In fact, probably some of the best conditions that we've seen so far this winter. So that is some good news for you. And as far as our ice fishers go too, we've seen it right here in downtown Saginaw too. A lot of ice fishers out on the Saginaw River again. Our ice on the Saginaw Bay, that is thickening up just a little bit more too, as all week we've had temperatures below freezing, and that trend is going to continue too. Earlier this week, there were still some spots of open water on the north side of the Saginaw Bay. That is starting to ice up, but as far as any thin areas go, I think that is going to be on the north side of the bay still, especially anywhere north of about the Linwood or Pinconning areas. But farther south in the bay, that's where the most consistent ice has been throughout this winter so far. So some of that ice thickness there getting up to about 5 to 6 inches, possibly even a little bit thicker than that. So again, certainly looking good for any of our winter sport enthusiasts this weekend. As always, we just urge some caution as you're heading out onto the ice. But as far as that snowfall goes for this weekend, I'll show you those totals one last time. Our totals for tonight into tomorrow evening. This is ending at 7 o'clock on Saturday. 3 to 6 inches for most of mid-Michigan. We have 2 to 4 inches specifically anywhere south of about Chesaning, Birch Run, and Sandusky. And our probabilities are looking pretty good on Sunday for at least a snowfall very similar in totals, if not even a little bit more than that. So there could be some parts of mid-Michigan that by Sunday evening from the entire weekend pick up almost close to a foot of snowfall. So of course we'll keep you updated on this as we go throughout the remainder of this Friday and as we go into this weekend. But overall, I'd just be prepared for more snowy and wintry conditions. But we hope you have a great weekend.
Discover the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Try our best wash, the works, with red hot cleanser, tire gloss, and ceramic body wax to protect your paint job and seal in the shine. Try it for yourself. Get your first month of unlimited washing free when you download the app. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.